All right, man. So you just want to jump right into it?
Oh yeah.
I feel like this one's gonna be it. This one's going to be the one where all the Pokemon come out of the woodworks and are like, "Hey guys, we're fucking real," because the Something Original podcast just had one of its greatest episodes ever.
One of the greatest life quotes that I've ever heard was from a Pokemon movie.
Hmm. Can you?
You too?
Yeah. Can you tell me what that quote is?
Um, I knew that was gonna.
Yeah, I
I
mean, you
I
brought
knew
it
it
up,
was
so I think there are a myriad, a myriad. I don't know. There's a lot of good.
Sheridan.
Radisson.
Oh, I see now that the circumstances of one's birth are irrelevant. It is what you do with the gift of life that determines who you are.
Bars.
Bro, that's a Pokemon, my guys.
And
Why did the writer have to go so hard?
no, seriously, like why? That's a kids movie for one.
Yes.
Why are you dropping these bars in that shit? We're not gonna understand it.
Yeah. And,
But I mean, that's how a lot of kids shows are, though. They always have like subtle things, like especially SpongeBob was the kids show, and they always had some like adult stuff
arguably.
in there. It was made for kids. It may not be like, all right, are you gonna be like a strict parent? You think when you grow up?
No.
When you grow up, I
don't-
mean, maybe in like a couple years.
If I have kids, I don't think so, cause, I don't know. I don't think I cannot see myself being a strict parent realistically.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'll be the pushover, and then I'll be one of those ask your mother kind of guys.
Yeah. I think it'll go like hand in hand. Like I'll be strict with certain things, but I don't think I'm gonna be as strict as like how my parents were and stuff. Like,
No crack at the table.
yeah, just don't do it at the table, guys. Like, do it in your
Jeez,
room
have
at
some
least.
manners.
At least I want them to have a safe spot. I'm not gonna let my kids do crack. Don't call fucking Child Protective Services on me right now, as I do not have kids. But yeah, they won't be doing crack. Are you gonna let your kids like smoke weed and stuff?
I mean, I think after like at least 16, because even then your brain's still developing.
Yeah, they recommend you don't smoke
But-
it until like 21. It's like alcohol in that
That's
way.
the government, man.
Well, your brain's developing. Isn't it developing until you're like 25 or some shit? Like 23 maybe?
I mean, yeah, but
Isn't that like my brain might
I'd rather-
not be fully developed right now.
I just rather them be comfortable coming to me with those kind of things instead of like, they get super stoned at their friend's house and then they're like, oh shit, dude, I gotta get home or else my parents are gonna freak out, and then they wreck, and
Yeah.
then you're told later from the autopsy that it was from weed, and then I've been like, wow, I smoked as much as Willie Nelson at one point in my life, but felt too, I don't even know what, with my own kids. So then, I don't know. That's how I see it. I'd rather than be like, hey, or even like if you guys need a ride to go hang out with your friends, like I'd rather that than rather get a phone call that you're too high to get home than a phone call of like from the cops, like, hey, your son or daughter just passed away.
Yeah,
I'd much rather
I mean,
that.
it's we're in the same boat. I think I'm under the assumption like I just know they're going to do it. They're going to have those experiences because that's what I did. That's what all my friends did. We all did the same. That's what basically everybody in high school did. They all tried everything in the book, basically, and I think that's just a part of being a teenager. I don't think you can like really lay down the law. because yeah, if you are strict in those situations, you're going to create situations where it's like they aren't going to be comfortable coming to you in states
Exactly.
like that. So they're going to
Right.
try and avoid it, and they're going to try and like do something stupid, like drive under the influence, and then yeah, they can result getting very seriously hurt or even dying. So I
Hmm.
feel like we'll be like, you probably shouldn't do it. There's all these risks, blah blah blah. But if you do it in the safety of our house. Rather you do it here than somewhere else, and you have to drive, come back, and you can risk hurting yourself. Yeah.
Exactly, man. Um,
You should just start calling me daddy.
don't think I'm gonna do that. Don't
Mm.
like that. But no, dude, that's how I see it. Cause I don't know.
Yeah.
I remember how many sketchy situations I've been in my life,
Yeah.
all because I was just like too nervous to go home.
Exactly.
So many random, super sketchy situations.
I've slept on a couple floors just because I
Yeah,
didn't want to go home because I knew
I
I would get in
slept.
trouble.
I slept in a tent in the back of someone's yard. I wasn't even hanging out with the person that owned the tent. I just knew them. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I'm laughing.
Do you remember that day?
Oh yeah, because okay, so the situation
I was supposed
the situation was it was my fault that Gannon slept in a tent. Um, so we all were planning on going out that night. My parents were out of town. It was me, Gannon, and two of our other friends. We both went. I think did we go to the same? No, we didn't go to the same party. We went to separate parties. You went with one guy.
Yeah.
I went with another guy to it, like completely separate parties. But we were gonna meet up or something. We were gonna go to another party that was the same at the end. I don't know. But I remember I took for the first time in my life
You
that
didn't
night.
have to say that in the pod, bro.
Well,
But hey, here we are.
I can bleep it. They'll never know. Who's gonna care?
That's true.
They know. Everybody fucking who listens to this like doesn't give a fuck. Anyways, I took for the first time, and I was drinking on it, which is like you're definitely not
Double
supposed to.
negative.
Yeah, you're not supposed to do that. It's supposed to really really fuck you up if you do that, and that's what happened. I got really really fucked up, and we somehow made it back to my place. I don't know if I drove or my friend drove. And we got there, and I just remember sitting on my bed. I spilled beer all over my bed, and I just passed out or something. Something happened where I was just like not in the state to coordinate getting Gannon back to my place because he was supposed to stay the night at my place. So they had to figure out another situation. And the friend that you were with, he went and was like, "Oh yeah, I know this guy that has a tent in his backyard. We can sleep there."
Oh man, I was just like, dude, this is not what I wanted to do today.
I'm sorry. It was
You're
a
totally fine.
it was a big like that's my bad. I'm sorry.
Bro, the next morning, bro, we literally were just like, all right, well, fuck. It was like probably like 8:30, and then we just fucking opened the tent, book it to the fence, jump the fence, dude. Just
Oh,
like,
you didn't have permission to be in the tent?
oh no, dude, this is like 2 in the morning when we got back, and then we were just
Damn.
like, he's not gonna answer, so we were like, well, let's just do this and get through today, and you know,
You didn't
since it,
you didn't sleep in the car or anything?
no, well, see, that's the thing, fucking, uh, actually, I don't even know why. Why was that a thing? What happened? Something happened to his car. Or someone dropped. I think someone might have dropped us off because something was wrong with his car.
Oh. That's even worse.
Yeah, it's because it was like there was a series of events. Because I'm I'm a full on car sleeper. I've done that before.
Yeah.
You know, like just in general. Like I'll just be like, okay, not driving tonight, and then I'll just sleep in my car.
Mm-hmm.
But
That's what I would do.
yeah, but something happened. So we were like, well, got to figure out something. Walked all the way through Lewisburg to the other side of Lewisburg, and we're like, yeah, this will work.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, dude. I'm.
Don't apologize. See, one thing about me ever in my entire life is like, sometimes though was like a sketch situation, but at the same time, like I look back at those moments, I'm like, it's funny.
It's funny.
I've been in some weird stuff where it's like, yeah, it's kind of funny.
You're 25. I'm almost 20. Oh, by the way, happy birthday, guys. Gannon. It was Gannon's birthday over the weekend.
Thank you. I appreciate it, man.
But yeah, you're 56 now, right?
Mm-hmm. Just right over the hill.
Yep. Wow. It's never looked younger. 55. I mean, wow. What's your skincare routine?
Just
Clam chowder? Call back.
Yeah.
But yeah, since we are both 25, or I'm not 25 yet, but
we are both 25.
We're there. I mean, basically, we're about to have we're about in a couple of years. I'm gonna say under 2 years for you. You're gonna have a kid. I'll take the under on that.
Okay. How much we betting?
I feel like it should be like a contest thing on on the podcast or something.
I really don't think I'm gonna have kids, and it's kind of like in the back of my mind, I'm like, oh, but at the same time, I'm like, ah.
We keep changing our minds about having kids.
Well, no, dude, I don't know, man. For me, it's like I just see so many. I would want them to live in a house with two parents, right?
Yeah,
because that's just me. And single moms out there doing a killer job. Nothing towards you at all. You know. My biological mom, single mom for a hot minute, doing great. You guys are fine, and you know, it's a beautiful thing when you're fully there for your kid, literally when no one else is. But I don't know. I've always had I would want my kids to grow up encased in love. You know, I don't want them to be or I want them to have a good example of it just in case they wanted to have a family. You know, because that shit sucks.
No,
because that's how I am. Where I'm like, I don't trust people enough. If that makes sense, because I don't know, divorce rate's not getting any lower.
No.
So that's how
but
I
it's
see it.
yeah. I mean, it's just it is. I mean, it's just the risk that you take. You know, you can't really get away from it, divorce or not. But it's the best people, even if you are in that situation where you do get a divorce and you have kids. If you are a good parent, you'll make it work. You'll find ways to make it seem so seamless, and it's gonna be hard, you know. And I've never gone through situations like that, so I mean, maybe I'm not the best person to be talking about it, but I don't know. I mean, it's just relationships take effort, and it's a lot of effort, and yeah, I mean, it's just sometimes they work. I think the whole concept of marriage is just. It's very barbaric. It's not barbaric. Not barbaric. It's old school, I guess, is how I would say it. It's marriage was a thing back in the olden days when people would fucking die at 30, you know? They get married at 13, die in their 30s. That's only fucking a little over 15 years of marriage, maybe. But now in today's time, we have a much higher life expectancy, so we live a lot longer. And marriage is, you know, it's a commitment for many, many years. it's, you know, it's just like, I don't know. It seems like a very outdated system. I'm still going to marry Shiloh for sure, 100%. But I think the concept of it is, I don't know. I think there needs to be changes.
Well, I don't like the legal system behind it.
Yeah.
I don't like how it's like there's taxable things for marriage because that's disgusting in my opinion.
And that's what a lot of people get into marriage for. Like, people just marry people to be like, oh, it saves us in taxes, so we're just going to marry each other.
See, that's gross. I like the essence of it, of like two people joining together. You get both families and all the family and friends all in like the same area. You celebrate on this union, and I think that's a beautiful thing. I honestly do. That's fucking sick. But when it's like oh, you have a marriage license, like, bro, what? Why is this a thing?
Yeah,
You know?
I
all
think
the document stuff is kind of annoying.
Yeah, like, marriage shouldn't be like a legally binding thing.
Right? That's weird.
It's weird, honestly. It really is. Like, the government shouldn't have anything to do with like our personal lives in that sense, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
In any
marriage. Yeah, like marriage, the bedroom, get that shit out. If you're abortion, go hand in hand. Just stay out of it. Give us full protection. Swear on the Constitution that you won't fucking come near like my personal life. I'll pay you taxes, but just don't fuck with me.
Yeah. Or stand your ground rules in effect. Wait, what?
Wait, are you for stand your ground rules or?
I mean, yes. Are you not?
No, I'm trying to think of like what is the like definition of stand your ground, because I know
someone breaks in your house trying to hurt you and your family, you can shoot them and kill them.
Oh yeah, I mean that's if you're in
or just kill them
domain.
in general. Like if it's like, oh, I don't have a gun, I'm going to defend myself with this kitchen knife, which, you know, as being an intruder, I'd much rather have the bullet to the face than, you know,
yeah,
some kind of Karen pulling out a butcher knife and get it done that way.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. I don't think that's stand your ground. I think that's I think stand your ground is a much different thing.
Private property in general.
Yeah, I think it's just like
me and my dad were talking about stand your ground like last week.
I think stand your ground is like it's what is it? Because that was the Trayvon Martin thing and George Zimmerman thing, where like George Zimmerman shot Trayvon Martin because he just looked suspicious and he thought he was going to his life.
Stand your ground.
No, that's what they ruled it as in Florida. They ruled it as a stand your ground case.
Here, 1 second. Here's Jamie coming.
Oh, Jamie, please look this up. Like we need the info. Hey, by the way, guys, this is Something Original Podcast. My name is Chase.
Oh, and I'm Gannon.
Yeah, we went on a fucking just tangent. We did not even. It was 20 minutes into this podcast. We just now did the intro. But by the way, okay, go ahead.
A stand your ground law provides that people may use deadly force when they reasonably believe it is to be necessary to defend against certain violent crimes. Under such a law, people have no duty to retreat before using deadly force in self-defense, so long as they are in a place where they are lawfully present. The exact details vary by jurisdiction. Oh, so they probably try to rule Trayvon as like jurisdiction.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, that's
stand
why
your ground should be like a sacred. In my personal opinion, that should be like a almost sacred rule where it's like it should be a private. It's not. I don't. It didn't say nothing about private property though. So
yeah,
I guess it could be anywhere.
I think what it is, what you're talking about, there's a whole different thing about it. Like killing, like being able to kill somebody if they break into your home. I think that's something else.
But I still feel it falls under the same line.
It is. I think it's
feel is deemed necessary.
Maybe it's
Someone
like a
just broke into your house.
Subcategory.
You don't know if they have a. It's like if it's dark,
Yeah.
You don't know if they have a weapon on them or not.
No,
you don't even know what they're doing. Like, why are you in my house?
Yeah. I understand what you're saying. It should be the same thing, but I swear it's called something else. I want to say it's like castle something, but it's not. I know it's not.
Get murked rule.
Anyways, guys, we have we're available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. Leave us a like, leave us a comment, subscribe if you like what you're hearing. We also have the Patreon. It's only $5 a month.
Only $5?
It's only $5 a month. And yes, guys, we are going to do the Pilk and Dilk soon. Should have been this podcast. We forgot. But we also have exclusive content on the Patreon, guys. We got Death, our friend, Gannon. You're telling me today you're writing.
I retrieved the notebook that has all my notes.
The
all
sacred
the development.
The sacred notebook, ladies and
gentlemen. It's funny you say that because I've shown you it before. It does look like an old wizard's notebook.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense.
I love the smell of the paper.
You smelling paper?
It smells so good. It's like they treated the paper in such a way so it looks old and raggedy, but it smells. So whatever they did to it smells so good to me.
I think they dip it in coffee, maybe, right?
That makes sense with me.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, don't they do to give it like that old texture feel?
But I don't know. Maybe because it's like a thicker paper. Because I remember doing that back in school where they'd be like, "No, you're gonna write out the Declaration of Independence, but you're gonna dip it in coffee." You know what I mean? Yeah. And I felt like mine always ended up terribly. I'm like, this doesn't look good, but this looks good.
I wonder.
But it's also different material paper.
I wonder why the paper gets all raggedy like that. Because they didn't dip their shit in coffee to give it that look.
Oh, I think that's just over time.
Yeah, I know. We also have next caller. I said new caller on the last podcast. I wanted to make sure I corrected myself. Next caller is the show that is on the Patreon. But thanks, guys, for supporting us. Pilk and Dilk soon. Hopefully in the next podcast. Gannon, back to
you. You know.
Yeah.
Shout out to all the pairs.
Shout out to all the pairs. Hey, I wanted to say something. This might be cringe, but I don't care. I'm a fan of ASMR.
Cringe.
I think it's incredibly relaxing.
What kind are we talking?
It's nothing sexual. It's nothing like that. They'll just pop up on my TikTok
For You page.
Not my For You page. Well, yeah, my For You page, but it'd be alive. Like somebody's going live.
And somebody with like putty, and they're putting putty over the.
No, I hate those. I hate those.
Reactionary,
shits.
And they like take their nails and they're like. What
no.
about this?
Not the slime. It's not the slime. It's like the.
Oh, it's got okay.
It's fuck. Which I don't know. It's just like. I can't describe it. It's not the slime one. I hate the slime ones. I know what you're talking about.
It's like a weird, you know.
Is it though? Obviously, because I think ASMR is huge, and obviously a lot of people don't think it's weird.
Who are these they people?
Just people.
A lot of people. You say a lot of people. Pretty much 85%, and I'm adding you into that. So you're the opposition.
Yeah.
Have said that they think it's quite strange.
I'm not
hating on.
When have I said that?
You've said it's nice. I'm saying you're the opposition. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm saying the 85% of the people that I've even had ASMR conversations with are like, why?
So
what does it for you?
I'm not sure. So
what gets you off?
So I was just on TikTok one day. This is how it happened. I had this epiphany last week, actually. I was just scrolling through TikTok, and during the day, sometimes I maybe on my lunch break, I'll put on a game. I'll just be on the TikToks. I remember just like being on TikTok at the same time as I was playing the game, and so I just kind of have the video playing in the background, and then one just landed on an ASMR video. And I remember just sitting there, and I was like, wow, I feel like really relaxed. This is this is nice, actually. And I was just like, I'm going to keep this on. I just want to see, like, let me experience this. Let me see why people are into it, Ooh woo. Ooh woo. And I liked it. It was good. It was relaxing.
But what about it?
It gave me like weird brain tingles, bro. I can't explain it. It gave me goosebumps.
That's how I'm like when I'm writing, I put on thunderstorms in my headset.
That's a form of ASMR.
No, that's different.
No, it is. That's a form of ASMR.
See, mine is naturally.
Okay,
or I'll
you
put
probably
on, like, creak noises.
You can call it. You can call it natural ASMR.
So what about a person doing it does it for you?
It's not the person doing it. It's just like the sound that they're making. I don't know.
What sound are they making?
I don't know.
Okay,
They're
for example, okay, here, so I can break it up.
Okay.
For me, when I'm throwing on thunderstorms, I like to hear the crash of the lightning. I like to hear the individual raindrops hitting the leaves of a forest. I like to hear the different rufflings going on. This, for some reason, puts my brain in a pattern where I'm like, I am now stimulated and I am now calm. This is when I do my best writing. This is where I'm like, okay, now I'm going to get into the jam. What are they doing where it's like, this is that sweet spot, baby?
I don't know. It's like they do something different every single time. I can't tell you what they're doing because I'm not watching it. I'm just like listening to it. Like it's just they're making unique sounds with whatever it is that they have. And I like it. I'm sorry, this is just so
weird.
No, I wouldn't say it's weird. No, give it a try, man. We'll have an ASMR come on, and we'll just be like, yes. And they're always like, when they have to talk to the chat, they're always like, oh, thank you.
I know, because it's like a high, what's the word I'm looking for?
Like high frequency, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen the one where like this mom and this kid are doing ASMR?
Oh, yes.
And he smashes the egg on her head and then just screams in the mic.
Yeah.
That's my kind of ASMR. That's funny. That's comedy.
Have you seen the guy that does ASMR, but he does it so wrong? He makes the loudest noises. He like gets like a what's it called? A jackhammer? Jackhammer. He gets a jackhammer and goes right up to the mic and just starts fucking pounding the desk.
That sounds actually terrible.
And like he fucking has like drills and stuff he's always using, and like just has a pot over the microphone and just starts hitting it with a spoon.
No.
It's terrible.
That sounds atrocious. Actually.
Headphone users beware. No, but you got to give it a try, man. It's good.
I probably won't.
One
Because
day.
I like the natural. I'm like, nothing on this planet can fully mimic these noises and this serenity.
Yeah, you're right. But that is a form of ASMR. See, we're on the same page, but we're not.
But you have 100 different people do these certain noises as long as they follow the exact same pattern that someone else is doing.
I'm not giving them any money for it.
I know. I didn't say this.
They're doing it just on TikTok, and I'm listening.
Mm-hmm.
It's relaxing. It is.
Metaverse.
No.
What are you talking about?
Let's go back to No, I'm just kidding. Metaverse. How do you feel about it? Do you know what it is?
Like, what is like Zucky's plan to enslave everyone?
Basically. So the way I see Metaverse is it was a way for Facebook to change their name because they have a bunch of shitty accusations against them to get a bunch of heat off them. So they changed their name to Meta.
A bunch of heat off them?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what and yeah, sorry. But with this new name change, they had to kind of think of something to bring to the table. And they acquired Oculus, they acquired, the virtual reality stuff. Mm-hmm. So they were like, all right, let's make like this hub world for people to use and enjoy and call it the metaverse, blah, blah, blah. It's supposed to be like a corporate hangout space. Business is supposed to happen in the metaverse. You can play games, socialize with your friends and family. And this came out like a little post-COVID, so it kind of made sense for the time. But here's the thing. Here's the thing that I don't understand. The metaverse already existed years before the metaverse with virtual reality or with VR chat. That's like the biggest like virtual reality like hangout thing that you can use with like VR headsets. And it works better than the metaverse. Have you seen like comparisons?
I've seen just like videos of the other chat you're just talking about.
VR chat.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, VR chat. And like that seems legit, but I've never seen like the comparison between both of them.
Yeah, I mean, metaverse just looks like a downgraded version of VR chat. VR chat, it looks so fluid and it's cleaner and it just looks better. And for one, metaverse is supposed to be like a corporate hangout spot. Like business is supposed to happen in the metaverse. Isn't that Second Life? Wasn't that supposed to be Second Life?
Yes.
And for one, it just doesn't make sense. No one's going to waste their time plugging into their VR headset to go to a meeting.
Right. Especially when they got like Zoom where you can actually see the people who are present.
Yeah, and it's just so much easier. It runs faster. It's not super complicated. Like, I'm sure like the metaverse is hard to get through menus and like find where your meeting's supposed to. I don't know how it works. I've never used it, and I really think they missed the bar because Facebook had it was the perfect setup. What they should have done instead of going full virtual reality, they should have done augmented reality. So that's where you're like halfway in reality, halfway into a digital space. Kind of like the Google glasses, but better,
Right.
So you could have just been like working in the office, doing whatever, and then you see in your glasses that you're getting a call from someone. And you can look and you can, it'd be like maybe like Bluetooth Siri type beat. And you can talk to your glasses, be like, hey, like, take the call to voicemail, text them, be like, hey, I'm in a meeting, be out in 5. Whatever. Or you can like get the stock market stats on your glasses, or you can see your text messages, or you can read your emails, or you can make notes just using your eyes and your mouth while at the same time you're doing other stuff with your hands and everything else. That's where they should have gone. I think they took a huge jump, and it's going to fail. Because for one, it's just so downgrade. It's already here, and their version is the shittier version, and it's just not going to be used because corporate America, I don't think is going to really like that.
Especially vibing with old Zucky.
Yeah. I'm not vibing with it.
Yeah. Do not like that guy.
Sweet Baby Ray's? That was the last
Sweet Baby Ray's?
episode.
He just doesn't seem like a good person.
Would you
And
use
I feel like
would you use augmented reality?
I don't think I would be one of those kind of people. To be
What
honest.
if instead of it was glasses, contacts? And they'd be safe for you to like wear all the time. Like you can go to bed with them.
That's kind of cool.
I would fuck with it, dude.
Like how Batman is.
Yeah,
I mean, that'd be kind of sick.
it would be sick.
But then you literally have the essentially the government in your freaking head.
Well, no, I mean you would whatever company that would make it just would have like very tight security shits. Like Apple. Apple does not give any of their data, any of their information to the government. Because they've asked, the government's been like, we need information from this person, you know, and Apple's like, no. Like, it's our privacy policy. We will not give it to you.
Yeah, politely back up.
Politely fuck off. What were you saying about Zucky, though?
I feel like if you control the algorithm with nowadays, you can control the masses. That makes sense?
Oh, yeah, for sure. We're living in a very adolescent part of the digital era.
Yeah, add or lessen. Mm-hmm.
Math.
Um,
What was your favorite subject in school?
Probably English.
Really?
Yes.
Did you like this? Did you like the class or did you like the teachers?
See, like, if it was, actually, honestly, probably British literature, my senior year. Was like probably my favorite class, even though I almost failed it. And fun fact, she asked us. She's like, "This is literally like our exam was to write a story." And I'm like, "Oh, dude, bad." And it essentially was about and like I was literally failing this whole class. I just loved it because it was interesting, but I would never really work on my homework. Was where I was failing. Yeah. But it was always about like Beowulf or like different poems and different just literary pieces of like Britain. And but our last one was about Kublai Khan. You ever heard of this?
I have heard of it. I don't know what it's about.
So there was a writer who did an incredible amount of opium and went into a coma.
Nice.
And then as soon as he woke up, he got straight to writing about everything he saw within his coma, which was essentially like a beautiful, perfect utopia where everyone was working and you know, getting along with inside this sphere. And it was awesome. I loved it. And then our own story that we were supposed to write was about our own personal Kublai Khan.
What did you write about?
A trip I had and the things I thought within the trip.
I feel like that's... I think I did something similar in one of my English classes, too.
I literally was just like, oh, dude, bet. I'm just going to literally type the things I think about when I'm tripping. When it's all peace, love, man. So I'm like, this is sick. And then I aced it. She's
Nice.
like, this is amazing. Thank you for actually trying on something for once. I'm like,
I just gave
problem.
you an A for turning it in.
No problem, Mrs. Huff. No, she really liked it. She like gave me a little note because she graded mine right there because I was like the last person working on it. We had like 2 hours and some, and then afterwards I like walked up and turned it in, and then she just read it. She's like, "You mind like do you have to have somewhere to go?" I'm like, "Oh no," and because she liked me. That's the one reason I think she didn't want to see me fail. It's because we did get along. She was a great teacher, And she was just always so nice and polite, but she just hated that I would just be slacking. And so she read it all and then gave me a nice little note and different notes on things that I was lacking in my writings. And yeah, she was like, "This is really great, thank you." And I'm like, "No problem, thank you for not letting me fail."
That's pretty tight, man.
Mm-hmm. What about you?
I was thinking recess. No, I'm just kidding. I think science. I really do, because growing, like, in middle school and, yeah, just middle school, really. I really liked learning about space and the way the world works. And I wish I pursued that more, because I was in this fucking weird stage of just trying to be an artist and be, so not sophisticated, but just like trying to be creative. But I don't know, like, science really interests me, and I wish I would have pursued something in that realm. But once I got to high school, I took biology, and maybe this is where, like, the teacher had, like, a huge effect on, like, my outcome with, like, the subject. I had just a terrible biology teacher my freshman year. Almost failed. I was in the same boat. Just barely passed with a 60D. And
There we go.
yeah, D's get degrees, baby. But yeah, I mean, I think that just, and it was biology, so I didn't really give a fuck, but because it wasn't space, it wasn't like that shit. So yeah, I mean, hey, NASA, I'm open if you got internships, paid internships, and if you will take somebody with no experience, I'm open. Ears are wide open.
I have a book on astrophysics I never really touch if you want it. Next time I see you.
Okay. You'll hand me my Tanjiro figure and
Yeah.
a book on astrophysics.
It's literally called Astrophysics for People in a Hurry. And it's by, I forgot his name.
Stephen Hawking.
No, he's like...
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Yes, it's by him. He wrote it.
Nice. It's the only two people. I would have lost it after that.
I literally have
Bill
never read it. The science guy, yeah. Bill. Yeah. Yeah, when I see you again, I'll definitely give it to you.
I'll also give you it. When are you coming out?
Probably sometime after I graduate, I'd imagine. I don't see it happening super soon, because I'm just trying to get done with school before I do anything else.
Yeah,
to be honest.
I guess. Yeah, I guess.
Man, if you don't stop.
I mean, I just haven't seen it in like a couple of years. It's just
Some slight.
We do
It's
this.
gonna be sick. We'll have all the boys out. Well, I know Trey and I definitely would be able to come out at the same time.
Why both of you at the same time? Are you guys connected by the waist?
Essentially.
Oh, okay. What does Trey not have going on where he can just drop everything and
He works every day.
oh, but he can just come out whenever?
I mean, yeah. He can work remotely if it came down to it. But
oh, I see.
once it got to the time, we could all just go out, and yeah, it'd be sick.
Yeah, dude, I got
Especially
this
during,
restaurant I want to send you or take you.
Is the one you showed me?
Yeah. Did you look at it?
Yeah, that looks sweet.
They got ping pong. Did you see that?
You ready to lose?
You ready to... Oh, dude. I will tell you what. In my 2 years of college, they had a ping pong table. We ran that shit.
You have another friend?
I had multiple friends in college. Sorry to break this to you.
Wow.
I don't know. When you left the Navy, bro, that's all your friends. Trey and Adrian. And everybody else. You can't get on me, bro.
I know. It's a jokey joke.
Okay, whatever. This is what he does. This is how he treats me.
And, and then
You
we're
wanna-
going to go to that comic thing too, right?
You want to hear what comic? Oh yeah, Comic Con.
Is that what it is out there?
I think it's
Anime
just
convention.
Anime convention. Yeah.
I need to get my Hawks costume before then.
I'm just gonna wear my Tanjiro kimono.
Yes. At least you're dressing up. I don't know if Trey is.
I'll make him. We'll fucking.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. Bro, why not just, if you're going to this already, why not just go all out and have fun with it?
Yeah. Everybody else there is gonna be like dressed up, basically.
Dress up in fun costumes, bro. That'd be so fun. Afterwards, go down in our gear and get drinks. Like, that's sick. That's
It would be sick. Yeah, man. I mean, I'm down.
Two down, is what you said. Oh wait, no. What life advice is BS?
Yeah. What do you think? What life advice is BS?
That this
You
sounds
want me?
like a kind.
You want me to go first, or you got?
Yeah, you go.
When people say work hard in your 20s and 30s, so you can live a relaxing life in your 40s, 50s, whatever, rest of your life, that is just outdated advice, because obviously it doesn't do anything. Look at the millennial generation. They're in their 30s and 40s. They worked their asses off in their 20s and 30s. And now they can't get homes. They can't buy houses. Some of them are, a lot of them are still living with their parents. They've gone through like economic crashes after economic crash, you know? And it's just not getting better. So, I mean, it's just like, yeah, I mean, live your life is how I'm kind of doing it. Just, you know, obviously try to prepare, like get yourself into a comfortable situation. And if you can save and get a house, like obviously do what you need to do. But as the world stands, it's highly unlikely.
Mine kind of piggybacks off that, to be honest.
Yeah. Same.
With like needing college to be successful.
Yeah, I'm right there. I'm right there with you.
Because I know you went to college, and
It was a waste of time and money.
that's and that's like you get degrees and you get certificates, but you know, I feel like you get put into so much debt though that you are still busting your ass in like your 40s to try to get that over with, because then at the same time it's not like you're just paying for this debt. You're constantly having to spend more and more to just survive and just get by. And then to even save up for a house on top of that, because then you have a family, you're also still paying for the rent so you guys aren't all homeless. It's nuts.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, if you're have we talked about this? I feel like we haven't. If you're going to college and you want the college experience, absolutely go to college. Like, live your life, you know? Like, I'm not going to try and tell you what to do, but if I would have just took a step back, and I think it's I wish I would have taken a break after high school and just figured out what I really wanted to do. And maybe the military is a good option in that case. Like, just do your years, like 4 years, and coast it out, and just maybe try and pick up a hobby here and there. Like, maybe see what you want to do. And I'll let Gann speak on that after. But yeah, if you're not going to college for like being a doctor or a nurse or like something that absolutely needs a college degree, and I understand that a lot of jobs nowadays they require college degrees, but that's all BS. You can lie for sure on your resume. You can say you went to college, they're not going to check. I have a college degree. No one's ever asked for it. No one's ever asked to see my college degree. No one's ever asked for my fucking college transcript or whatever.
Are you giving us a life hack right now?
I think so. But I mean, and what I went to college for was graphic design. It was a 2-year school. $60,000 out of my fucking pocket. Not out of my pocket, I have loans, but basically coming out of my pocket.
Did they ask for just like a portfolio? I'm confused. Like, you just showed up and they were just like, yeah, why are you? Or like, did you have like a portfolio? Did you show them like examples of things?
Yeah. So that's the
Okay.
thing, especially with graphic design. They're only really worried about your portfolio. They don't care. They obviously you need a resume also, and you want to because every single graphic design job also is like, oh, you need a bachelor's degree to get this job. I didn't have a bachelor's degree. I have an associate's degree, and maybe that's hurting my chances with some jobs here and there, but yeah, the main thing that they're worried about is your portfolio. If you have good stuff in your portfolio, you're good. You'll get the job.
Sick.
But that's the thing. And it's like I went to school for 2 years to learn what I think the most valuable thing that they taught me was just how to operate in a corporate setting. At a design school, you know. They didn't really teach me any true valuable fundamentals about design and the design software. I already knew that stuff in high school. Like I learned that stuff in high school. And if you don't already know that, there's thousands and thousands, probably millions of videos on YouTube teaching you how to use these softwares. So you can start at any time and do graphic design. I'm just using graphic design as like a example, but I mean, I wish I would have done that. I wish I would have taken time off, really thought of it, and if I wanted to pursue a career in graphic design, I would have just done more YouTube videos and really built up my resume or my portfolio.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What's your opinion on like doing the military though, as like your break from school to school?
I think if you are someone like me who is in high school and you're getting to like that last year and you're like, wow, I want to do something fulfilling, or at least gives me the facade of doing something fulfilling. And if you want to travel, if you want to just totally open up and just meet different people from all over the world, I would say military is a nice route. But at the same time, there are a lot of drawbacks. Like, I've had to deal with certain situations that, have made me rethink a lot of things in life. And, I've lost people like that I served with. And, that kind of stuff all, still lingers in the back of my mind. And, I know everyone loses people, but it's like, I don't know. It's a weird feeling because it makes you feel, especially when you go into it with the idea that you want to help and save as many people as you possibly can. And then meanwhile, one of your own friends goes. That's like, for me, I think that's like a weird personal thing. I've talked to this with my therapist. And, she's like, you're not, like, you have to realize you're not a superhero. Like, you can't just save everybody, So you can't,
Gannon's actually secretly Batman.
Wish. But yeah, like those kind of things, are drawbacks, of course. Like I say that like it's something light, like, you don't get benefits. But yeah.
Well, you don't get benefits?
No, you do. I was saying like, like someone losing their life is like not getting dental, like I said, drawbacks, but this is a whole life that's just shortened abruptly. But no, besides that though, see, that's what I'm always saying. Like, there are certain parts of it that I look back and I'm like, wow, that was amazing. But I have this like Navy veteran. He comes in and he usually requests me to cut his hair, and he just wants to talk about the Navy. And like, I don't know, I feel like some people just never really fully move on. And I think he even did like the same amount of years that I did. And I'm just kind of like, okay, like, and this guy's like in his like 70s. Good dude. He's a good dude.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I'm just like, why live in that, like, because I'm weird. I'm like, I just keep pressing on. I don't even mean to get so deep with this, but the
I don't think
military.
it's weird. I mean, I think you have the right mindset about it.
Mm-hmm. Because like that was the past, like
Yeah.
I moved on from it. I clearly didn't stay in for 20 plus years because I didn't want to be there for 20 plus years. I'm not going to act like, I just got out every time I talk to another veteran. It's like, all right, now I'm working towards being a barber. Like, that's my thing. I like cutting hair. This is like what I'm want to try to do. I think I want more from my life than just saying I was in the Navy. Like, how many years ago? I think 2 years ago. Like, more than saying like I was in the Navy so many years ago. Like, I want my life to be more than that, more existential, more in any way possible. To be honest with you.
Well, there's like a phenomenon going on with college kids too. Like after they graduate from college, they get really depressed that they're not in college anymore. That's why you see a lot of college graduates still go to college parties and hang out at the college bars, and they try, and that's all they talk about, like Greek life. Like that's like their first real taste of like life outside of like high school, like probably where they grew up for years and years and years seeing the same people every single day, and then they finally get a taste of what like a new possibility could be, but they just didn't have that structure outside of college. Because once you leave high school, it's still a very solid structure going into college. Everything you have a dorm, you maybe have a frat house, whatever, sorority house, and it's still like a home, basically. Everything's still kind of taken care of. Like, you may have loans that's paying for everything. You may have to work a part-time job to take care of it. That maybe you're like your little bit of extra responsibility outside your schoolwork. But then once you graduate, you just have a job and you have to pay rent, and you may not have a social life anymore. And a lot of college kids are, they're going through that stuff. And I feel like that's probably how that guy that you cut his hair, that's probably how he feels. That's probably his first taste of like real adventure, real responsibility, and comfort, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can see that.
You may not think that because you probably were like, oh, fuck this. Like, I'm out.
Well, it's like to the point, like with how I even carry myself. Like sometimes I'll talk to veterans and then they're like, I'll be talking to them, right? And I won't bring up at one point until like a good way into the conversation just to see if they would even assume, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because I feel like overall, with everything that I went through and I've seen in the Navy, it hasn't really changed me as a person. I'm still goofy and weird. It's been that way forever. And so I'll be talking to these guys, and then next thing you know, I'll start using some military lingo, and they're like, "Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about." And I'm like, "Yeah, I did my 4 and out." And they're like, "Oh wow, really? You're a veteran?" And then they'll like start going into like all these different like associations I can join, and like, "Oh yeah." I'm like, thank you.
Have you heard of the Proud Boys?
Yeah, have you heard of the Proud Boys Association? Or come down here and get a drink for free, my boy.
You just have to be white-skinned.
You just have to be white-skinned. That's all it takes, man. And that's it. And once you get in, you're in. You're in like skin. Yeah, I'm good on that, partner. I think I'll, I'm not even really huge on the white association.
The white association.
Yeah. Chase, you're like my only white friend.
Yeah, you've said this before.
I
am your
like
white token friend.
Yeah, I like
white friend.
I like zesty white people. You know what I mean?
I got a little flavor.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Some drippy. But yeah, most of the time I play music and it makes white people uncomfortable.
Oh, talking about music, Smino's dropping the 30th. Yep.
Yes, very excited about this. I might cry.
It's so soon, dude. It's
I
literally in
know.
like 3 days.
Stop. Don't stop. Keep going.
It is in 3 days.
I
Isn't
know.
that the craziest thing?
I'm so excited. Oh my!
Just drop like the announcement dropped today. I'm just like, what?
Yeah, dude.
Honestly, it's
So-
better than making us wait like a month or two. Like,
Because he was saying that at first, wasn't he? Am I tripping? He was saying it was supposed to drop in October.
oh, I
And
don't
it's,
know.
I was literally talking about that at lunch with somebody. I'm like, yeah, dude, Smino, because he was like, yo, Smino's a goat. I'm like, yes, he is. And I'm like, dude, he's supposed to be dropping like next month because I've been keeping an eye on it. And the next thing you know, I start getting online, and I'm like, wait. This is insane. He's dropping this week. And he's like, no way. I'm like, yeah.
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 Crazy. I kind of want to go back to the I'm sorry to like kind of get away from this. I kind of want to go back to the whole like white supremacist thing. I have a beef with the color red.
Wait. What?
So red. I
done
know
with this.
red used to be my favorite color. It still is. It still has a soft spot in my heart. But the thing is, white supremacist groups, Nazi groups, fascist groups have really started to co-opt the color red. And now whenever
Nazi logo, the swastika.
Yeah, but well, I mean, it's like you think after what happened with the Nazi Party in Germany, you would start to maybe go away from stuff like that. But no, we're starting to see a resurgence in the world. Italy just elected a far-right fascist president this week. Has ties to Mussolini. You know, it's
You said
crazy.
linguini?
Wayne Jimmy?
No, I'm listening. No, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, so like, and I just kind of I've been thinking about it. And every time I like look at the color red, I just think hate. I think like that
even
shit.
like even on the emotional spectrum, like most of the time, red's associated with like anger and rage. You know,
It makes sense, yeah.
that's why I'm a purple kind of guy. Purple.
See, yeah, I'm
So sick.
starting to co-op my favorite color is like green now. I think green looks good on me too. So like red never really looked good on me. So
Like an olive.
I like dark green. No, I like pine,
Okay.
foresty green.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm actually wearing a green flannel right now, checkered.
Let me see.
You see it?
Oh, yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll actually send you a picture afterwards. But yeah.
Look better on the floor. Wait, what?
What? Yeah, I put it on. It was chilly. You're naked, right?
I actually am not wearing. Like dead ass. Halfway through this, I took off my pants. So here we are. Not wearing pants. Like that is an actual truth.
Turning the camera on right now. This will be the live first video podcast in a while.
I'll be standing up when I turn my camera on, so they're gonna get a face full of of the chub.
Half chub or full chub?
Come on, man. Do I seem like a half chub kind of guy?
I don't know how you're feeling right now.
We're staying full chub
All right.
at all times. At all times, we're full chubbing it.
You heard it here first. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of like put my beef out there with the color red.
I wanted to see this last topic, but
Yeah. I was just about to go into it.
Okay, perfect. Because I can't pull it up right now.
No.
My phone's updating. So
All
yeah.
right. I'll say it. You give me your answer and tell me why. Hold on. Wait. Let me get a little sip of this drink here.
What are you drinking?
Agua.
Oh yeah, me too.
Oh, nice. Coffee and whiskey.
Yeah, water.
Coffee.
Irish water.
Irish water. Oh, whiskey. You're funny. You're a funny guy.
Yeah, funny guy, man.
All right. Here's the question. I saw a TikTok with this, and I was like, oh, this would be kind of interesting because all these powers have like side effects with them. All right. So, what ability are you vibing with? What ability would you want to have? multi-dimensional travel, but you might not find your way back. Magic or alchemy, but you'll need to learn and find your own way to improve with the very limited resources. So you got to think, there's not a lot of resources out here right now in modern times for magic and alchemy, you know? All-seeing eyes, but the more frequent you use the eyes, the more damage they cause. Potential blindness is one of the main side effects on that one. And last one, shadow creation or cloning. The shadow has a mind of its own. Could even consume you one day.
Ooh, this is good. Shadow cloning.
Really? I thought that was going to be the last one you picked.
No. Shadow cloning.
But it might consume you. Is that not something that you... And you can't control it. It has a mind of its own. That's the thing.
So that's an extra friend you could make. He won't consume you if you guys were chilling.
Did you just out yourself for being a loner?
That's preposterous, Chase. Kakarot. Oh, dude. I don't know. Because, like, I was thinking multi-dimensional travel would be very tight. Even if I couldn't find my way back, you know, I'm like, okay, well, it looks like I'm just vibing in this other existence.
No, that's my answer, is because if I don't find my way back, I mean, it's just like, all right, I can just keep going, you know, I can just keep going to different dimensions till I really find one that I want to settle with.
Yeah. Unless it's like an all lava one.
Yeah, and I die on impact, yeah.
That'd be pretty bad. See, like the shadow cloning one, I'm like, you know, because like the first, you know, if he's got his mind of his own, hopefully he's not like, you know, racist or, you know, something weird. But
well, with our luck, it probably.
I don't think so. I mean, like, I'd like to think that it's like devised off the subconscious, you know.
Okay.
So maybe just some pent up rage would be like the most.
Just always the half chub energy.
Yeah, he's just half chubbing. But I don't know. I don't think the first thing he would think is like, yo, I'm going to consume this dude. You know, I just brought this dude into existence. It's like, hello, my name's Gannon. You know, what's your name? Mm-hmm. And then we just start chilling, you know?
Until he becomes all-knowing and is like, I must consume him to become more powerful.
Or hear me out, buddy. We're chilling, you know? Hey, you want to watch some anime? Let's chill. Let's hang out. You know?
It's like, you peasant.
Wait, but what is it? Does he have like abilities? Do you think the Shadow Clone would have abilities besides just consuming me?
The only thing that the TikTok said was it had a mind of its own and it may consume you one day. So I mean,
it's pretty much just me, another me, just running around.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Actually, it's like a shadow clone from Naruto, maybe, but because it's cloning, it's just another you. But you said you would like that, just to have like another person.
Yeah, that's true.
Another friend.
If we get on the same page, especially on things, you know, try to do good. We could be two places at once.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you guys get tight, you can work out a schedule. Be like, hey man, go to barber school today. I'm gonna just take a day off, and I'll cover you. You can stay home and chill one day too. Yeah,
and we'll do it the other way. Like, hey man, you could just chill here, but you gotta be quiet because like I think my dad would find that kind of suspicious if he comes in and works.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know. I mean, but if he's like a shadow though, I feel like he would have to be more.
Well, it says shadow, but it also says cloning. Shadow creation, like Naruto? Cloning. Yeah, I'm thinking it is like Naruto.
Oh, bro. Or it could be like twice. Oh, you haven't even seen My Hero. Never mind, bro. Never mind.
I was watching Jujutsu Kaisen last night, and I'm pretty close to finishing it.
That's good, because they're dropping the next season in 2023, and it's going to be a two-parter.
No, I think... Well, is the next season coming out next month? I thought the new season comes out next month.
No, Jujutsu Kaisen 0 is out on Netflix now.
Yeah, that's not what I'm talking about.
Season 2 comes out in 2023. My Hero Academia comes out next month. Actually,
Oh, that's what I was
5
talking about.
days.
My Hero.
Yeah. What you're talking about? Jujutsu Kaisen.
No, I was talking about My Hero comes out next month. I thought you were talking about My Hero coming out next year, and I was like, what?
No, it's not even next month. It's like days away. Literally,
Yeah.
My Hero season 6 comes out in 5 days. Well, technically 4 because we just finished it up this month, pretty much. Yeah.
Smino drops, dude. Chainsaw Man's about to come out.
Everything is turning great.
Oh man, I'm literally. Oh, I listened to Lucky's album today.
What'd you think?
Very good,
dude. Right?
Yeah.
Like, especially next time you go to the gym, just
play
turn
it.
on Lucky. Yes, bro.
Yeah.
You put your earbuds in.
Going to
turn
the
on
gym
Lucky.
tomorrow, so yeah.
Yeah. That puts me in a whole like headspace, bro. When I'm listening to Lucky in the gym.
I was actually listening to it, and I was expecting some like new, boring shit. You know, honestly, I was like expecting like the same old shit, and I was like, this is kind of giving me some not old school vibes, but it's giving me like old vibes of how I felt about rap music.
Yeah, dude. It's like,
and I was like, this is actually very, very, very chill. I like this.
Yeah.
I didn't listen to the whole album because it was fucking 24 songs, but I got like partially way through it, and I liked every song I listened to. So
the intro to the first song, literally so hard for no reason. Where it's like, I would like to congratulate drugs for winning the war on drugs, and then, oh man, it's so good. Because it's actually kind of like ironic and funny because it seems like drugs has won the war on drugs.
No, they absolutely have, dude. Are you kidding me?
It's insane. Because it's like, you know, like he just talks about drugs all the time in his songs, but it's talking about the war on drugs, which is like a systemic thing that was
Reagan
incorporated into our society. And then he's just like a trap rapper. And then he just throws that on there, and I'm like, wow. That it is their first song, first intro to the entire album, and I'm like, this is amazing already. This is amazing.
Yeah, he's pretty good. I'll listen to it the rest of the way. Are you gonna listen to Joe though?
Yeah.
Have you not?
I have not, because I've been listening to Lucky nonstop. Literally, that's all
Well,
I've been listening to.
you need to listen to him now because Smino's gonna drop, and I know you're not gonna do it.
Okay, I'll throw it on tomorrow when I'm like getting ready at school.
Yeah, it's not like something to listen to in the gym. I listen to it in the gym because I just vibe with it, but it's definitely something to just put on and be like, I'm gonna get ready this morning.
I got you.
Yeah,
because usually when I get to school first, they don't take attendance for like a good half an hour, so that's where I usually like sip on some coffee, listen to some music, get my head right, and start my morning.
Nice.
So yeah, that's what I'll do tomorrow. I'll listen to some Joe or some Steve Harrington.
Did you see my Instagram post? I was like, they need to kill off Steve next season of Stranger Things, so he can just focus on making music.
Yeah, I did.
Well, this is supposed to be the last season of Stranger Things, so maybe after that he might still like, obviously do acting, which he should, but maybe he will like take a break from acting. And he is a really good actor, and he's very talented. He's a very talented guy. He's a very good musician, very good actor. What else does he do? I don't know.
Yeah.
There's a lot of qualities to have, very nice qualities to have.
As a person, yeah.
Yeah.
Talented, handsome. Fuck! All of it.
Joe, if you want to be on the podcast.
Is that his name?
Joe Carey, yeah.
Oh, nice. But yeah, man.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty great.
I'm feeling spiffy.
Marvelous.
You wanna close this out here?
Yeah. You can find us on all streaming platforms. I'm talking Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. We also have the Patreon still going, guys. It's $5 a month.
Only $5? Did I hear that right?
You did hear this right, Chase. It is 5 smackaronis. That is all. And you get exclusive content known as Next Caller, Death Our Friend Chapter 1, Chapter 2 soon. You also get just, more from it. And that is what makes us us. Okay.
That's what makes us something original.
Yes, exactly.
Do you have any final thoughts for the audience?
Be you, sweet thing. What you?
Live a full chub life.
Exactly. There you go.
Yeah.
Amen.
Amen. Starting a religion. That's going to be the first passage.
Bestseller. Already calling.
Bestseller. If a homie says shit on my chest, do it.
Mm-hmm. Bring a vest.
And if you need a chest, bring a vest.
Yep.
Wise words from co-sponsor Gannon France.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, guys, that's the end of the episode. Thank you for listening. I'm not very good at goodbyes, I'm not really good at sending this off, giving us a farewell. But we have an outro now, so we're getting better. But, yeah, I guess just goodbye. See you around.
Who are you, though?
Oh, my name is Chase.
And I am, and will always be Gannon. Love ya. Peace.
Bye-bye.